So we are Hazel Hill Chocolate. We are a handmade chocolate confectionery company, and we're a family business. And the business actually comes from my grandfather when he immigrated from Greece to the United States after a little stint to go fight a thing called World War I. He came back to New York, and the Greek community taught him how to make chocolates and candies, and then he moved to Clinton, Iowa, and started a small shop there called Candyland. And that shop existed throughout the 1930s and 40s and 50s, and eventually he lost his lease on that and got into a little bit different business, but we've attempted to kind of create what his shop was like in the 1930s and 40s. So just about everything you find in our shop we make from scratch. So that would apply to the chocolates, so all the chocolates are handmade, but it also applies to things like marshmallows and caramel. We make those things from scratch by hand in little batches. And we think that makes them taste much, much better, because you're getting something fresh and you're getting something that's made from very simple ingredients. And it takes a lot more work to do that. For example, a batch of caramel takes something like 3.5 to 4 hours on the stove to cook. And that's a lot of hand work to come up with a batch of caramel. I mean, you could buy caramel and heat it up and maybe put a finish on it, but man, it doesn't taste nearly as good as somebody who's taken just cream and sugar and cooked it right for that period of time until they've come up with a product that just tastes wonderful. And the same thing applies to marshmallows, and when we make Divinity, we make that from scratch as well. And the other thing you might notice is things in here are quite a bit fresher than maybe you get at a large factory candy store, because the candies you make here are days or weeks old versus months old. And since chocolate's shelf life is almost indefinite, you really don't know when you get something out of a box how long it's been around and how long the nut inside that nut cluster has been around. But you do with us. And there we go, there's a gold bar, and we got a little logo on the back, and making those for our bank customer. So Hazel Hill Chocolate, we employ about a dozen folks here in Topeka, and I'm not sure what else to say.